Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark, and in this video I wanted to talk about what does it really mean to be a healer for others? What can we do to help? How do we go about offering up this high frequency light for others that may be operating in patterns and ego most of the time? So if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. So we're here to heal. We're here to heal ourselves. We're here to heal Gaia. We're here to heal others. What does this all mean? How do we do it? Well, our ego wants to jump on board with this healing thing, right? And come up with a process. Based on our programming, we think that we have to learn a method. We think that we have to have some sort of process or procedure. We think that we need to be consciously involved with other people to help them heal. Now, in my coaching sessions, when I work with my clients, my goal in these sessions is to not necessarily heal people. My goal is to teach people how to heal themselves, how to create that space, how to go inside, how to balance the energies, balance the chakras, get into alignment, and basically alchemize, transmute their own dense energy within their body so they could ground more of their higher self. That is my goal. When we work with others, we could do this without their conscious awareness. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, but when we as healers encounter people, let's say we're at work and we encounter people that are running from programming, the subconscious mind, they're in patterns, and maybe things are, situations getting tense and you're feeling the tension. How do we move into a situation of healing without sitting them down and saying, hey, you're in your programming, you are acting subconsciously, it doesn't feel good, here's what we could do to fix this, right? As you could tell, I'm sure many people would be resistant to that kind of an approach. Am I right? So how do we heal these types of situations? Well, as we've worked to clear, our energetic blockages within our body and get into alignment, and the more that we've anchored into alignment, we're finding that peace, that space of peace, that space of just love and harmony and bliss is becoming more of our natural state. Now, does that mean that we're not going to feel these dense emotions? No. These dense emotions are part of what ground us here into this reality. That's just part of life in 3D. So when we alchemize these energies, what we're doing is we're bringing them into the mix and we are allowing them to be. They exist. So it doesn't mean we're never going to feel these dense emotions again. It means that we're not going to jump in and identify with them. We're not going to allow them to activate and completely become them. Okay, we're going to allow them to be. We're going to feel them. We're going to continue to feel them. And we're going to hold that space and we are going to realign with our light, with our highest frequency. Now, when we come into situations with others, what's happening is if they've got certain programs running because of the law of attraction, we are going to experience those within us. It's going to activate them within us. Now, maybe we used to get defensive. Maybe we used to kind of jump down to that frequency, kind of jump off the ledge, dive down into that dense frequency, right? And start reacting on their level. But since we've anchored, we've grounded, we've healed, and we know better, we're able to, or at least better able to hold that space. And when we feel these emotions come up, we hold that space. But you have to be aware that what you're feeling are the patterns that are running in these dense emotions that are active within the individual that you are interacting with. Okay, so we definitely don't want to identify with them as ours. We want to just be able to basically see and be aware that these are patterns that are running that are just triggering these emotions within us. So a lot of times from the perspective of a healer, we communicate, whether we know it or not, with the souls, the higher selves, the guides of the other people that we come in contact with. So many times when we get these emotions, we may be in a state of harmony, a state of bliss, a state of peace. Somebody walks through the door and all of a sudden we feel the shift. Okay? It's because we're picking up on something within this individual that their soul or maybe their guides are trying to show us that they need us to hold space so that they can heal. Okay? Because we have the power to shift them out of that and diffuse a situation. And we're being shown that they are not in alignment. Their soul is trying to come through, but it's encountering resistance. There is resistance there because the ego is so identified with these programs, right? And it doesn't feel good within us. We're intuitive. We could feel this. So when we realize that we're being shown something to help these individuals, we can better help them by aligning first within ourselves and realizing that these are not necessarily our emotions. We need to detach from them and we need to anchor into our light. We need to anchor into our body and get aligned. And when we can do that, now we hold space. We create space and we hold space for this individual to shift. And their soul, it gives their soul a path to start to come through. Okay, because that's what we were being shown. Hey, there's these programs are running. This person's, this person's really, really angry. Their soul can't come through. It's encountering this resistance. So we are getting these messages, and then we are able to go to work and hold space and allow that to come through. Their higher frequencies to start to ground and to come through. Now, it may not happen right away, but I can guarantee you that individual, when you hold space and you bring forth the highest version of you and with the love, even if you don't say anything, they're going to take note of that on some level. And they're going to remember that. It's going to be infused in them that they got something that they needed from you. And, that's like a seed being planted, right? So a seed is planted, and then sometime down the road, it's going to blossom. And that's what happens. So by holding space, we're kind of creating that crack in their armor for their soul's energy to start to bubble up and to come through. So that's how we work as healers. Again, I just want to reiterate to you guys that when somebody comes into your field and shifts you in a not so good way, just be aware that what's happening is you are being called back to your heart to anchor in, to realign, to become an observer and hold space. Not only space between you and what you're feeling, but extend that out and consciously hold space for this individual so that their soul has an opportunity to come through. So, I've had people contact me and, do you talk to other people's guides when you work with them? And how can I talk to other people's guides and when I work with them? That kind of thing. And you guys do, when you experience these situations, if you could align yourself, you'll get a read on what's happening and you will connect with the energy that is trying to pass a message through to you, because we're all connected. We're all one, right? On the highest level. So healing in me is healing in you. Now, healing in you helps to heal the other person that is standing in front of you that isn't feeling so good because they're an ego. So just keep that in mind. I hope this video resonated with you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment if it did resonate. Love to hear from you. Until next time, love and light.